Today's show is brought to you by Adult Swim's new sci-fi comedy, Hot Streets.
Watch amazing characters and a never-ending sense of what the hell's going on here.
From the teams behind Robot Chicken and Rick and Morty, back-to-back episodes of Hot Streets premiered Sunday, January 14th at midnight on Adult Swim. You can watch them right now. Hello, everybody. It's time for Clarkson Crendor.
Clarkson Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Clarkson Crendor in the morning.
Hello.
That's Crendor demonstrating the Doppler Effect. We're very scientific on this show.
Very scientific. I just really like doing that.
You do. You like running from another room into your room, shouting like a lunatic.
I'm not actually running, though. I'm just making like a didgeridoo with my hands, and then you just do that, and then you can go...
You're ruining the illusion, though. People thought that we had like a huge stage.
Oh, I mean...
Like a massive arena that we did this podcast in. And now they realize that we don't.
Well, I mean...
But that's all a lie.
What I use my hands is what I was gonna say I would do if I wasn't on a giant stage.
That's right. If you
around.
weren't on a megaphone.
Yeah, on a megaphone, yelling everywhere, just back and forth. I'm out of breath. I'm winded.
It's true. The stage is so big. We just get winded. We're also in Denver, Colorado. We're a mile high. It is difficult.
What up, Denver? How you doing? Everybody's a mile high here, man.
Boo. Boo. Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
So I know our homework was to go watch the finale special of Are You the One?
Oh, yeah.
I only found the second half.
Really? I saw both.
I did not see the first half. I have no idea what happened, but what I do know is that in the second half, straight up, like, I watched, I guess, my brain just died. I've already forgotten these people.
Yeah,
I want to let you know, I was so into it, I've already forgotten their names.
I have too. People have been like messaging me, and I'm just like, oh, I've just shoved that out of my muscle memory.
Yeah, for a good 2 weeks, it was all I thought about. And now I've forgotten all of it. You know the very attractive dude with dreads,
Clinton.
Clinton, and then his girlfriend,
Uche.
I guess they're together in real life now.
They're together in real life.
But like a fight broke out on the stage. It was so weird. And I realized after watching 20 minutes, I didn't care. But then I realized there's also commercials and it made me mad. And so I think I just have to go watch it online in order to get through it all.
Yeah.
I did not. I failed the homework police completely.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Kind of.
Okay. Fill me in.
Okay. So first up, they brought on, what's his name? Kevin, Kyle, K, starts with a K.
Kevin, Kyle, K.
Keith.
Okay. Keith. Okay.
Keith, that's it. They brought on...
Yeah, Keith, who was dating Crazy.
Yeah, Alexis. And then we learned that...
He, as we know, is the Cray Hunter.
Yeah,
Keith,
the Cray Hunter.
The Cray Hunter.
He's like dating someone from a different season, I think. And then Alexis is like, we tried to date, but it didn't work or something. And then...
No shit.
Yeah. And then she had gotten into a Twitter fight with some girl. She mentioned something about getting murdered by, like, she's like, yo, I straight up murdered you with that, like, burn. And she is like, my best friend was murdered when I was 16 or something. And I was like, what? And she's like, so that deeply affected me. I was depressed for like 3 weeks. And she's like, I didn't leave my house for 2 years. And then she was like, well, I'm sorry about that. And I was like, what is happening?
She was weird then. She's weird now. Watching her on the show, at least the second half, every time anything happened, they would always pan to her and she'd have like, overreactions is not even the right word for it. She looked like she was spasming every time. It's like, yes, you're a weirdo.
Oh, yeah. And then what's the buff dude, Dimitri, the player. Remember
I don't remember any. God damn it! Now I gotta go
slept with
look it
that
up.
Girl, and then made out with the girl.
I don't
right
remember
after.
any of their names. You're asking me like I remember any of their names. I have forgotten all of them. Here's what I do know.
Marcus, man. Malcolm?
Malcolm, yes.
Okay.
After I went on this binge of watching this show,
Yeah.
and then I got to the point where after the last episode, I went to go try to figure out what the hell was going on afterwards.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of forgot everything, and it
Yeah.
all just sort of filtered out of my brain, and I replaced it with other things.
I think you've just perfectly described the American school system.
And here's the crazy thing. I remember looking up, I guess they had a private chat they were running, and people were like posting images from it.
Mm.
And their egos are insanely funny because they're just like, yo, we the best. We're the number one. Everyone knows who we are. Like, I get so much play off of this. And here I am just like, I don't remember who you are. And a week ago, I was talking about you.
Yeah.
I literally forgot you in a week.
They're like if the American Idol people weren't able to sing. They're just like people.
They are basically Ruben Studdard. Remember Ruben Studdard? No
Yeah.
one does.
Well, I remember him, but I don't know of it. You know, like I'm like, oh yeah, Ruben Studdard, and you're like, what's he
That's
doing?
because
I'm like, I
he's
don't
the
know.
other guy, the guy with the crazy hair.
I don't even know that guy's name.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't remember anybody from like
Now I
American
gotta
Idol,
look all
except
these-
like Kelly
Are
Clarkson.
you the one? Yes, because she actually does stuff.
Yeah, she makes like mall music.
Are You the One season 6 cast? Here we go.
That's the thing. Kelly Clarkson's like, if you walk through a mall, you'll hear like, "Gonna make you stronger," and I'm like, oh, okay. And then like the only time I ever hear music's in a mall.
Sorry, what was that song?
Gonna make you stronger.
What? How's that song go?
When I'm alone.
Yep, that's it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
You did. You nailed it.
Yeah. She made like, "This is my heart, that one too.
Yep.
So that's Kelly Clarkson. I don't remember anyone else.
Oh my
Carrie
God.
Underwood. That's the other one. I guess that's the two of them.
Was she from that show?
Yeah, she
Man,
was.
did I not watch any of that.
Well, I didn't either. I just remember it'd be like, oh, she won that? Okay.
So can we talk about for a minute? So I went to this website and I started looking through the cast members again.
Right.
None of their cast member photos actually look like how they looked on the show.
Wait, link me this. I want to see.
Crazy. Still, truly believe Audrey is the most beautiful one on the show, hands down. Looking at Kareem, dude, they drew on his mustache beard combo. Freaks me out because it's not real. It doesn't look real. It's terrifying.
Hey, where is it? Where's the thing?
I just looked up Are You the One season 6 cast, and here I am.
Oh.
There's an ad for Final Fantasy 14 at the top too, so you know they're really targeting me.
Oh, yeah, here they are. Oh, yeah, Audrey's probably the best. Let's see here.
Clinton still looks like way too good to be on this show. He
Yeah.
shouldn't have to go on this show to find love. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I have no sympathy for him. Shad flexing, looking like a crazy person. Oh, his name is David Shad. Shad's not his first
yeah,
name.
it's David Shad.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I'm blown
Oh,
away.
yeah, that was what
Oh.
they talked about. Kiana thought she was pregnant.
Oh, I saw a trailer and it was Kiana, and then she like admitted she had another boyfriend. What was going on with her? Because she always was like the weird one, and now that I found out she's like, I apparently heard when she was not with Michael was like sleeping with Anthony or some crazy shit.
Yeah, she slept with Anthony. And then someone else too. It was like Joe or someone. Like it's just like two other guys. It's like, oh, but like before that,
Like
they
they didn't show any of it.
she thought she was pregnant, and so she had like a big
She
pregnancy
slept with
scare.
Joe. Good for Joe. Good on him. wait, so what happened? Wait, I'm curious about this.
Yeah, and she's just like, I thought I was pregnant because I knew like the signs of pregnancy because I was pregnant before, and then like she like freaked out, and then she wasn't pregnant, and then
But by who?
by Michael, I think, and then
Now,
Michael.
are they still together?
No, they're not still together. I think the only people still together are Clinton and Uche.
The two that actually like seemed like they loved each other and
Yeah.
everyone else was there just to bang? Cool, yeah. That makes sense.
And Malcolm was like dating Deandra, and then it turns out he was like texting Nerese again or something. Or like he was texting somebody
Jesus.
else or Alexis. He was texting
And
somebody.
and after the house, can I tell you something? If I was in a house with these people and I just won $1 million,
Right.
I straight up would be like, I never want to see you again. Goodbye.
Yeah. they're just a disaster.
What about Tyler and what's her face, Nicole?
No, I don't think they're together.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't seem like they were going to end up together anyway because she was like, she's my best friend. It was like, oof.
Yeah.
Oof, Tyler. He was
love.
so happy, but yeah.
Then Ethan just rapped at the end of it.
Great. Great.
I mean, it was just a shit show. I know Anthony like dated some other season member, And
I heard that they had season members on from a previous thing.
yeah, because he was like, I'm dating season 4, Bethany or some shit. And then she's like, hey. And then Gillespie is like, I don't even care.
Oh my God, what happened to Gillespie? Is she a mess? A Jamess?
She's,
Now I'm back in. God damn it.
I don't even,
10 minutes ago, I was like, I don't even care who these people are. Now I'm back in.
I don't remember what
Now
happened to
I'm back
Gillespie.
in.
I just remember she was mad at Anthony still. But she was like, I don't love him anymore. And then she was like, I hate him. But like, she still cared. They're crazy. They're insane. And that is that.
All right. Okay. So, was there anything else important or like?
Well, I mean, I saw on your Twitter that you messaged a robot on Facebook.
That's true. That's true. Sorry, I'm just like looking through the cast. I'll get to that in a minute. I scroll back down to Kiana, and after you said she had a pregnancy scare twice, I just have to ask the basic life question.
Right.
Does she know what a condom is?
You know, I like to imagine so, but
I'm curious.
I
You know,
don't-
I'm curious for her. I just feel like maybe she needs to like take a good 2-3 minutes and just be like, hey, dude, I really want to bone down with you and everyone else in this house, but like,
wrap your rascal.
yeah, wrap your asshole. Is that what you just said?
No, wrap your rascal.
Oh, I thought you said wrap your asshole.
No.
Look,
As it's from an Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode.
I'm aware.
He's like, I wrap my rascal 2 times to pleasure supermodels.
I just. First off, don't do that. Don't do that, guys. It's not how it works.
it's not how it works.
Second off, I truly believe you said wrap your asshole. And I just,
Wrap your asshole.
from now on, that is my one sex tip to everyone. Hey, everyone out there, if you're going to spend some time with your special lady or man, wrap your asshole.
Yeah.
Saran wrap that shit.
Yeah. Wrap your asshole.
Wrap your asshole, everybody. Cox and Crendor proof. We'd have a PSA that's like a couple, they're in bed together, and he's like, hey, do you want? And she's like, yeah. And then we burst through the door. And we're like, hey, kids.
What the hell are you doing? Have you wrapped your asshole?
Wrap your asshole.
Come on. And they're like, you need to leave. We're calling the authorities.
I don't think you have it because I imagine it's an LA-based. I might have talked about this before. I don't remember. There is an LA-based, I think, sex shop that does very late-night commercials. And one of them is, it's a couple in bed. And they're like making out and getting hot and heavy. And this guy shows up, just opens the door. And the woman's like, whoever you are, you shouldn't be here. What do you want? And he's like, I'm here to aid you and all your sexual needs. And he like throws like sex toys on the bed. And she's like, wow, you can stay. And then like it's an ad for this shop. And then at the end, she's like, whoever you were, thank you. And he's like, you're welcome. And like leaves. And it's the most, that's what I imagine our thing would be. It's porn level actors in bed, and they're just like, wow, you sure are hot. Yeah, I'm hot only for you. And then they start kissing, and we burst through the door. We're just like, what are you doing?
Come on.
Whoever you are, you shouldn't be here right now. Like, wrap up your asshole.
I love it. I'd say that's an animated thing, but it'll get demonetized very quickly.
I don't know. We had Goldie's. We had that Goldie one. That seemed to work.
That's true too.
I just imagine they're, at the end all wrapped up in saran wrap, sort of rubbing on each other. But it's like, and we're like, we've done our job here, and then we leave.
No scares today.
Yeah,
disease free and baby free.
That's right. What a terrible, terrible show. I can't believe we're still talking about it. Time to move on.
Happens.
Yeah, no.
This is what happens when you hit, what are we on, episode like 140 something?
Too many. Episode too many.
We're out of ideas. We've been through life.
We got nothing. We got nothing for you guys.
Yeah.
This is where it comes down. This is what it comes down to now. This is us. This is what our show's become.
Yeah, now we're going to talk about a Facebook robot.
Yeah. So late last night, I discovered on Facebook Messenger, which is just something I've always had on my phone but never really used.
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered while going through it that you can have messages from people that are not your friends be sent to you. I guess if they see that you're online, and if you accept, or not accept, if you just reply, they're automatically added to your friends list or some nonsense like that. I have no idea how it works, but it says like, you've just accepted, then it says like their name. And I'm like, what? So every single message was like, hey, just want to say that you're doing a great job and I think you're awesome. And I just replied like, hey, thanks. You're welcome. Like, I'm honored.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just woke up this morning and one of them was maybe 50 replies. And I was like, what the hell? Oh no, what have I was like, what did I do? And it was all like, hey baby, are you there? Jassy, Jasse. Jassy, are you there? Do you want to talk to, hold on, I might still have some of them. What I do with my phone. Well, I tweeted a bunch out. Oh, no, hold on. There they are. So this is at 3:57 a.m. This is the last one I got. Good morning, Jassy. How was your night? I hope you slept well last night. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Then a photo of what appears to be a mother on a bed with a laptop computer.
What?
Yeah, it just looks like I'm going to say early 40s woman on a lap. Like someone clearly took this photo.
Yeah.
This is a photo it isn't a selfie. It's obviously a staged, very doctored photo.
Yeah.
Like it's touched up in Adobe. It looks like it was from a photo shoot. And I didn't respond. 4:24 a.m. Hi, Jassy. I wake up at 6:27 a.m. and say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bot would you say you are? She replies, 57. I'm happy to hear from you, Jassy. How are you doing today, dear V? I replied, today, I'm just getting out of bed. Where do you live that you're up so early? She replies, really? ... I'm Quintella Greg Barbara. My name am 26 years old. I'm from Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, but am presently living with my granny in Phoenix, Arizona. And I replied, what caused you to move to Arizona? She replied, when I lost my two parents last year, March, car accident in Texas. Will love to know more about you, Jesse. I really miss my two parents. Sad face. I mean, now I'm really feeling for this bot.
Yeah.
Jesse, where can I text you except from here so we can be able to know each other well and share our pictures together?
That's already like, whenever anybody would be like, let's share our pictures together, that's a clear sign that it's a bot or a troll.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
No actual person would be like, I can't wait to share my personal private pictures with you.
I literally don't know this person. It's the first time we've ever talked. I would never just share photos with you. It would never happen.
Yeah.
And so it continues. I don't reply, and I get, baby, when I see you profile, you can be caring, understanding, faithful, honest, trustworthy, not untrustworthy. I like how it's the one thing. She's like, you're also untrustworthy, patient, supportive, gentle, responsible, and intelligent person, baby. And then like heart faces, kissy faces. I hope you understand me, baby. And so I replied, oh, I do. I think I'm all those things. Also, I'm very famous, so my girl has to be down with some freaky stuff to keep me happy. Are you a freak? And it goes, oh, yes, baby. Baby, I will love to know you better. So that's what I posted online.
Right.
Because I'm a crazy person, I kept it going.
Of course.
And what ended up happening is this bot is just like, baby, I want to, I think, I can't remember the exact wording, but it was literally just imagine that same broken nonsense, but saying, hey, I want to come out and see you. And I was like, well, I live in Los Angeles and you live in Arizona. So there's no way you can do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, if I had the money, I was just waiting for this to happen, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I had the money, I could. And I was like, really? You could? And it's like, yeah, but first I have to pay off my phone bills. And I was like, oh, that's a shame. She's like, yeah, if my phone bill's paid off, then I can send you sexy photos. And I was like, well, what if you send me sexy photos now that you're talking to me? And she's like, No, I can't do it now. I don't have enough data. And I was like, well, how much would you need? And the response was like, my granny and I need $450 in either Walmart or Amazon gift cards. And I was like, really? Only 450? Well, being so famous, I can make that happen. And she was like, wow, I never knew much about you. And I was like, I think something along the lines of like, please send me pictures. And I was like, I'm not going to send you pictures, but you can look me up on the internet. And then the reply was like, thanks for the pictures. It was crazy. And so then I responded like, what will you do if I give you $1,000? And it responded, And then that whole like baby thing.
Yeah.
That like, baby, you are caring, understanding, faithful, honest, trustworthy. That whole thing.
Yeah.
Repeated it.
Oh. So it's
exactly repeated it.
So it's like triggering some response from what you typed in.
I have no clue. Yeah. And it repeated that, and I was like, so then I responded, and my apologies to everyone who is easily offended. I said, what would 1,000? It responded that, and I said, yeah, that's true. And then the person or whatever, this bot, I want to believe it's like a 45-year-old man just like trying to fish me
yeah,
and like get some money.
China.
Because the bot said, my uncle needs to pick up the money. Can you wire it to him? And so I'm like, oh, okay. So there's just like a dude doing this, which makes it even funnier. And so the bot was like, yeah, for $1,000, I'll come to LA and give you a real sexy good time. And I was like, what's a sexy good time? And the bot was like, I'll do crazy things to you. And so I responded, well, if that's what $1,000 will get me, what will 2,000 get me? And it responded, really, And they didn't say anything for a while. And I responded, can I like do you, your granny, and your uncle for 2,000? And it responded, I really need that money very badly. And I was like, oh my God. And it's like, please send Amazon or Walmart gift cards and I'll do sexy things, baby. So of course I was like, nah, I'm good. And then it was like, Jesse, you're making me cry. I am crying. And then sad face emojis. And then more sad face emojis. And it was like, why do you do this to me, Jesse? And I was like, okay, fun's over. Delete.
Yeah, it hits that point.
I had a good time. I had a good time harassing this bot. It was great.
It could have been like Whoppy's aunt.
He very well could have. I also considered the fact that maybe I did make a bot cry.
That's true.
Maybe I did really hype this. This robot just wanted love. And when the world ends and the robots take over,
gift cards
and Walmart gift cards. I feel like when the world ends and the robots take over, I think I'm gonna be sitting pretty for my stance on robots for many years. And then one robot's gonna come up and be like, "You were the one. I loved you. Now to the slave pits you go." And I'd be like, "No." Whatever your name was. Hold on. I need to scroll. What was this robot's name? This robot's name was Quintella Greg Barbara.
That's like 3 first names all combined.
Quintella Greg Barbara by name. Jesus Christ. Really? I'm Quintella Greg Barbara by name, am 26 years old from Texas, Fort Worth, but am presently living with my granny in Phoenix, Arizona. That's not even like...
I feel like someone with broken English could even do better than that. Right?
What a terrible, terrible lie that whole thing was. I'm more curious who falls for it, because clearly it has to work, right?
There's got to be some people out there that fall for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. There's got to be at least one. Like, just one.
I feel like, here's the crazy part. So going through the whole conversation, imagine you're just like a lonely dude.
Yeah. And 65-year-old man in Alabama. Divorced.
Right. You're like a lonely dude. You're divorced. You're just like your kids don't want to see you, and all you want to do is get laid at least once more. And so Quintella Greg Barbara messages you, and you're like, "Yeah, I can make this happen. I got a few extra bucks lying around.
I got Walmart down the street. I'll go grab a couple gift cards."
So okay, first up,
right.
The talking points of this bot were, if you give me money, I'm going to come like do you.
Mm-hmm.
Already, I'm pretty sure there are like laws against interstate prostitution or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's illegal already.
It is.
Second off, this girl is going to come visit you when you're like giving money to her and her granny. What's she going to tell her granny?
Yeah.
That guy who gave me $450 in Walmart gift cards, I gotta go pay my dues. Like, what are you gonna do?
You do what you gotta do.
Secondly, when you are then sending the money to the uncle, wouldn't you assume the uncle would ask, like, who's sending you $450 in gift cards?
Yeah. Any logical,
And why are we
normal
paying our
person.
phone bill in Walmart gift cards?
Yeah.
More like, there's so many things that don't add up.
Who
that
even-
you just
How do you pay a phone bill in Walmart gift cards?
That's what I'm saying.
Huh.
She's like, I need data. I guess maybe there's a few Walmart plans out there. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But I was just blown away by how dumb it was. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, all right, well, I guess this is a waste of my time. But between the hours of 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m., I had a good laugh.
How can you even trust this bot or person, if they're real, to like do the things they're supposed to do? They can't even like get their own name correct.
Yeah, but let's be real. Guys who are hard up on getting some will pretty much do anything. Really stupid stuff. Like, real stupid stuff.
That's true. Guys are pretty dumb
Generally idiots.
when it comes to any type of woman interaction.
That goes back to, are you the one?
Yeah.
Generally idiots. We'll do very stupid. We'll overlook obvious flaws just to keep getting some. That's just the way men work. And I feel like this case is one of those things where there's at least one guy out there who's like, all right, I'm in. And if it works on that guy, they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. Maybe,
and
then he'll probably rationalize like, hey, at least I helped him out.
But that was my experience, and I laughed because it never happened to me before on Facebook, but it definitely every once in a while I'll get like a thing on Twitter that's like, hey, baby, do you want to see me naked?
Oh, yeah,
I'm like,
I feel like
no,
they went
not
to
really.
Facebook because that's where all the older people are now, and they're easier to take advantage of with like tech stuff.
yeah,
and
they did
scams.
disappear. Like all the bots sort of vanished off of Twitter.
Yeah, well, they know like they don't work because all the like younger people are using Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was fun. I had a good laugh. I like in between taking a shower and like getting ready for the morning, I was just like dropping little like, yeah, I mean, I could help you, but only if you hook me up with your granny. Like, you know, like, I mean, you sound hot, but your granny.
Oh my god! All right.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know where this is going. I'm worried.
it just.
I said,
All right.
you sound hot, but your granny, and then you said, oh my god, and we're about to tell a story.
All right.
I'm concerned is all.
So it's at the grocery store. All right.
There was a
It's just
hot ass granny.
It's reminding me of
And
older
I was
people.
like, now that's a granny that I would love to spend $450 in Walmart gift cards on.
All right. Is it the deli? All right. I just wanted some coleslaw. That's all I wanted. These older people took 8 years.
These older people. Wow, you are like old people racist. These old people.
These old people took 8 years to order their like roast beef sandwich thing. All right. Or no. Okay. This one guy, he's like, I want roast beef sliced thin. And then they slice it and he's like, thinner than that. And so they slice it again and he's like, a little bit thinner. It spent like 5 minutes having him
He just
slice
wanted to
the
get free roast beef samples.
Yeah, and then he was like, can I get a sample on a other thing here? And he's like, okay, whatever. And he's like, let me try the salami. Let me try the salami as well. So this guy's just
Was it a
sampling
meatball?
everything.
Was this like a big meatball?
He wasn't a big meatball. He was like a medium meatball.
All right, so he wasn't like, he had no bread filler.
Yeah, no.
He was just all meat.
Yeah, a lot of meat.
Okay,
And
a lot
then
of meat.
this old woman, she was doing the same thing, but with cheese. She's like, I'll try the Swiss cheese. Okay, I'll try the Munster cheese. Okay.
That's
And
what
I was
every
like,
deli at every supermarket is, though.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta like, they either need more people working the delis or they gotta speed up that process. Like, hey, you can't sample the roast beef. You've had enough, man. All right, you've had enough. Because there's like at least 8 people just waiting with like their ticket number things, just like, all right, any day now. It's like 5 minutes. I'm like, hey, so I guess I can wait. And then I was like, all right, I'll leave and come back. I leave and came back, went and got like a thing, and like 5 minutes later, it's like still there. The one person's still there, one's gone, and then the next person was taking just as long with their kid. They're like, what do you want to taste, Timmy? And he's like, I don't know, I'm a kid. And then they're like, here, try this cheese. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't care about coleslaw enough for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's also this lady at Wendy's. She kept ordering 6-piece chicken nuggets, but she kept saying
Sorry,
it.
what?
six-piece chicken nuggets.
Did she say, like, give me the mark of the beast chicken nuggets?
She was like, give me six nuggets. And they'd be like, excuse me? And she was like, 6 of the 6 nuggets. And she kept saying it differently. She was like, 6-piece, 6 nuggets. And then they're like, so you want 6 of the 6-piece chicken nuggets? And she's like, that's what I said. And then she's like, also, Baconator fries.
Damn.
And so
Damn.
she got
that lady knew what she wanted.
She knew what she wanted. And then she got something else I forgot, but it was the 6 and a Baconator fry.
Speaking of crazy people at fast food, the other night when I got home, I was like super hungry and there's a Chipotle on the way home. So I like went to Chipotle, got a thing. In the actual restaurant was a guy just like sitting there, creepily staring at everyone. And he reminded me of a Law and Order episode where a crazy psycho killer stared at people. And then he would like follow them home and murder them. And that was like his MO. He would just like stare at them. And this guy was just staring at me. And he didn't say anything, he didn't do anything, but he had this like weird sneer on his face. And it was just me and him in this Chipotle. It was like 6:45 at night. You know, it was weird. It was bizarre. But the sun had gone down already because it's, you know, it's the winter months. And he was just giving me this creepy look. And so as I went back out to my car, like put my keys between my knuckles, because the guy stood up as I was leaving and gave me this like this weird, I was so creeped.
Yeah.
So I walked out to my car, turned around. He was leaving the restaurant too, looking at me still. Thankfully, when I got to my car, there was another couple getting out of their car, and the guy like veered off and went a different direction.
That's so weird.
And I don't know if he was a fan. I don't know if he was like, it was just weird and creepy. And it hit me on the way home. I know you shouldn't profile people, but if you look like a psycho killer, chances are you're a psycho killer.
Yeah.
Like this guy had all the makings of a psycho killer. I didn't want to be like, I would feel bad if he came up and was like, hey, I'm a huge fan and I think you're awesome, right? I feel terrible, but I still drive home and tell you the same story. Today a psycho killer told me they was a fan and probably don't have to go on the news after he kills a bunch of people.
That is a creepy.
It was weird.
They were there before you got there, right?
Yes. And I think he was just like waiting for someone to show up. I don't know. He just had a weird look.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
you know, every time they have like a killer in a movie and he just looks like he's constantly sweaty and like staring at you and he has this like smirk on his face.
Yeah.
It was that vibe.
It's like, I don't know, you get all those news stories with like man jumps on roof and throws peanut butter at walker by.
Yes.
And it's like, oh yeah, look at them. Like, look at their eyes. You can see it in their eyes.
That's what I'm saying. It was one of those things where I knew this person was either like really excited and unable to express himself or literally going to stab me in the street. I could not tell, but it creeped me out. And I was like, I'm going to have to kill a man over some goddamn Chipotle today. I was ready. I was ready to throw down in the parking lot. I was like, not today. I got a chicken burrito bowl to eat, you motherfucker. I ain't gonna let you kill me.
Wow, so you almost died. You got messaged by a bot.
Yeah, it was great. I had a lot of crazy antics and anecdotes happen to me over the past week, but nothing, Crendor, is as crazy as Adult Swim's new sci-fi comedy show, Hot Streets.
Hot Streets?
From creator Brian Wysol and the teams behind Robot Chicken and Rick and Morty comes Hot Streets. It is a show with amazing characters and a sense of never-ending what the hell is going on here. From moment one, Crendor and I were like, what?
Yeah, this is some crazy stuff right here. We watched the pilot episode and we were just like, what?
It features the unintelligible voice work of Justin Roiland, co-creator of Rick and Morty, as a lovable sidekick and badass dog Chubby Webbers. Crendor, how would you say his voice sounds?
I would say it's like,
yes, that is exactly right. You'll never forget hearing that voice. You'll be like, I know who this is, and I know that he's just being a dog that goes, and he has guns, and he runs around in multiple dimensions, and he goes on a murder spree at one point. It's incredible. Back-to-back episodes of Hot Streets premiered Sunday, January 14th at midnight on Adult Swim. let me just say for the record that it is a wild ride and a crazy show, and I think a lot of you will enjoy it.
Check it out on Adult Swim. Oh my God. Okay. I gotta tell you something about the box office.
What?
The box office, all right?
You mean movies? Just movies?
Yes, movies. Okay?
Why did you call it the box office? Hold on, time
The
out.
box office.
What? Okay, sure.
The old
yeah.
box office. The plays, the shows, the big pictures on
I'm
the
aware
screen.
of what it is. I just don't know why you didn't say I want to talk about movies. Instead, you said I want to talk about the box office.
Well, technically both are correct.
I don't believe that.
All right. So now you look at some of the movies up here. You got Jumanji at a 76%. The Post at 88%.
Have you seen Jumanji?
I have not. Have you?
See it. I'm not gonna lie. I expected it to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really entertaining. It's not. I wouldn't say it's good, but I'd say it was like entertaining 2 hours.
All right. That's pretty good. It's good enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't ever watch it again.
Yeah.
But the 2 hours I spent watching, I was like, all right, yeah, I had fun.
Yeah. I
Which
know
goes
that
to
type
my
of
point. The Rock can do anything.
movie. It's been around so long.
He can do anything.
Yeah.
The man gets people in the seats.
But Paddington 2,
God damn it. I'm aware.
a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I see other people besides you
Mm-hmm.
tweeting about how good it is.
Yeah.
And it does not bode well for my impression that it's a terrible movie. I guess my mom had heard us talking about it before. She went to go watch it. I think she didn't like it.
What?
And so that gave me hope. But then I remembered that my parents don't like a lot of stuff that people like. So now I'm terrified that maybe the rest of the world thinks Paddington is fantastic. And I'm that weirdo who's like, I don't like it.
Somebody tweeted me and said, after seeing the reviews on Paddington 2, I'm starting to think I should listen to your movie reviews a bit closer. Look at that.
I still wouldn't do that, but I guess you might be onto something. I don't know. I'm heartbroken.
First Paddington was a masterpiece. The second one, it's got to be another masterpiece. There's no way you get 100%.
Oof.
There's no way. But if you don't want to see that, we are 10 days away from the new Maze Runner.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Ready.
We've
The
waited 2
trailers
years.
and the commercials are already out. Yeah, we had to wait through the main character almost dying.
Oh my God. I'm so happy. I'm so pumped.
I'm ready.
I'm going to see
And
this
then
movie.
Mom and Dad comes out eventually, and then we can watch that.
Yes. Oh yeah, that trailer. That was a beautiful trailer.
Yep.
Excellent.
I'm ready. It even showed the scene where he does the hokey pokey and destroys the pool table.
He's just like, you put your
In the
right
trailer.
foot in, right foot out. I love it.
I'm so excited. I love the whole premise that just parents go crazy.
I know. So I have so many movies I got to see. Paddington, Maze
And
Runner,
can
Mom
I
and
tell you
Dad.
something? Going back to that movie,
All right.
is it all parents go crazy?
I think it is.
So here's my thought.
Mhm.
Is in that trailer, is it implying that most of the movie is going to be mom and dad trying to kill the kids?
Mm-hmm.
But then the grandparents show up at the end of the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, did you fit the grandparents? Are the grandparents going to try and then kill the parents because they're the parents of
I
those
bet it
people?
is. I bet that's what's going to happen.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing. Even if I
Oh my
know
God.
that's the twist, I would still be shocked.
I'm so excited. I would love for that to happen.
Just Nick Cage gets killed by a grandpa.
I mean, grandma, please.
Yeah,
A
grandma.
grandma takes down Nick Cage.
Sit down, Sonny.
Perfect. I can't wait.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's gonna be so good. Maze Runner. Yeah, that's also gonna be good, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've waited so long that I'll be happy just watching it.
I forgot that half the actors that were in that movie are in that movie. I
I
was
know.
like, oh my God,
It
the
has
guy.
Littlefinger.
It has like 8 people from Game of Thrones in it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna be great. I forgot that so many things happening. The first was the maze. They're like trapped in the maze, and they
Right.
get out of it. And the second one is like there's zombies and
They're in the
crazy
desert
zombies
with
in the
weird
desert.
zombies.
Yeah.
And then the girl betrays them all.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'll never forgive her." And then clearly in this one he does.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm so ready for
And I
it.
said there's mind control in this one.
Yeah. And then he's
Oh,
like,
oh.
"You have to choose: save your friends or save the world."
Well, I mean, if he saved the
I
world,
bet he'll find a way to save everyone. Yeah.
I mean, if he saved his friends, then wouldn't they die anyway if the world goes to shit?
Look, I don't know the rules of the death cure. I don't know how it works.
death cure. This is the final one, right?
This is the final one. This is it.
Because the one after this was like a prequel or something.
Yeah, and we don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that. This is it.
This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait to just do an episode where all we do is talk about that dumb movie. I'm ready.
That's all we've done for a lot of movies.
Yep.
And
all right,
shitty
is that
reality
it then?
shows.
Are we done talking about the box office?
Yeah, we're done talking about the box office.
All right. Well, let's go. Chapter number 7 has got the Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Traffic is pretty all right. I mean, there's a lot of backup. There's snow happening in a lot of places. It's cold, but it's also hot in a lot of places. But it's just back and forth everywhere. People trying to get to that box office. They want to see Paddington 2. But, can you see Paddington 2 when you're snowed in? I say yes. Dig yourself out. Get out of that 20 feet of snow buried in house and go see that movie, because that's going to warm your spirits, it's going to warm your heart, and that's going to melt the snow, metaphorically speaking. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Now let's go over to Crendor at the weather desk. Crendor, how's that weather?
Hey, it's the weather. Hey, I don't know how the weather is. Let's ask Whoppy.
Whoppy activated. Beep, boop, beep, back, boop, beep. O-L-A. Hola, Arkansas. Hola, Arkansas. 17 degrees.
Hola, Arkansas.
Fahrenheit. 9 degrees. Fahrenheit. Feels like low 8 degrees. Fahrenheit. UV index 0 of 10. Next 36 hours. 8 degrees Fahrenheit. 33 degrees Fahrenheit. 18 degrees Fahrenheit. 47 degrees Fahrenheit. 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunrise, 7:20 a.m. Sunset, 5:25 a.m. p.m. a.m. p.m. 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 p.
All right, he needs a little fixing.
I can tell that. He just started promoting the
AM,
gas station. Yeah, he started AM, PM there at the end.
I don't know.
He was like,
that.
get your AM, PM crappy burgers or whatever the hell they sell there.
Yeah, it's just like one of your typical gas station.
Yeah.
Actually.
Sure, okay. I guess now let's go over to the sports desk.
Sports.
Yo, what up? We're at the sports desk. Can I just say I went to Twitter during that downtime. I was looking up sports, but now I'm looking at Twitter and I typed in Ola, Arkansas, and someone said Ola from Ola, Arkansas, where the gas station tanning bed is for employees only. Where do I apply?
Yep. Can we just say, go back.
Right.
It's on the record. Listen to me say last episode. If there's one team who can goof
Yep.
against Jacksonville, it would be the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first 5 minutes, I already knew it was over.
Yep.
When they're down 14-0 and not even halfway through the first quarter, you're like, well, here we go.
Yeah, they needed the one dude, Shazier, the guy who had the neck injury. They needed him. He was part of their run defense. They couldn't stop the run. They can't stop the run. Bing, bang,
I'm just
boom.
saying. I told you.
Yep.
If there's one, you were like, Jacksonville's terrible. So if there's one team that can screw up against a team they should statistically on paper beat, it'd be the Steelers.
I think the worst part for him is Jacksonville's defense is actually very good, and they scored against Jacksonville's defense. But
they
the
only
offense,
lost by like 3 points at the end, which is crazy. Had they not given up 14 at the beginning, they would have won.
Yeah, I'm all aboard the Jacksonville meme train. People are making memes. They made baked Bortles. They made Blake Warbortles. There's just Jaguars with like the meme faces. Everybody's hopping on the Jaguar train. I'm hopping on too, because they're they're like so bad that it's just funny to watch them keep winning. If they beat New England, that's like that's spicy.
There is. I don't remember when my dad and I had this conversation. It had to have been over a Christmas break, but we were talking about the Steelers. My dad said, if you ever bet on the Steelers, always bet the other team in points. He's like, no matter what, the Steelers are never just going to dominate a game. Either they're going to lose or barely win, and you're going to win the money every time. I believe that. I do. The Steelers consistently disappoint me with how they play on a regular basis. It sucks because they're a good team. They're just not good enough to like win Super Bowls all the time.
Yeah. It's kind of like what happened to Green Bay. They always get really close and they just blow it in some dumb way.
Which is unlike the
great.
Patriots who cheat all the time. The cheat triots is what they are. Nailed
That's
him.
why.
Nailed him.
Luckily, Aaron Rodgers got injured this year because now we fired a bunch of people. Now we can fix the team and win Super Bowls. It's great.
Yep, that's
speaking
how that
of
works.
Teams that blow games, the New Orleans Saints. Congratulations. Did you see that?
Yes.
That was so bad. That was just the classic, like, Vikings are going to lose again. And then they just scored on the...
Somehow, the last milliseconds.
The guy just missed the tackle. He just, like, tried to do the Madden hit stick where he's like, oh, and he missed it completely. And the guy just ran it in.
He was going for that, like, amazing, I'm going to get the last play of the game and I'm going to be amazing.
Yeah. So
he failed completely. So
the NFC is essentially 2 backup quarterbacks with good defenses and running attacks. And they're pretty much the same team going at it. And then you got Jacksonville, New England on the other side. I want just Jacksonville versus whoever. I don't care who it is. It has to be Jacksonville. Minnesota is actually...
needs to beat the Patriots. The Patriots cannot go back to the Super Bowl. My heart can't take it. I can't watch another Patriots Super Bowl. I just can't. I can't do it.
One of the things is the Super Bowl's in Minnesota this year. So if Minnesota wins, they actually play at home for the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy. It's never happened before.
I believe it can happen.
However, I'm biased, and I like the Packers, who are in the same division, and they're the team that injured Aaron Rodgers, so I don't want them to win.
Damn.
So, yeah, that's the NFL. NBA's happening, NHL's happening, but the big NFL stuff's in the playoffs right now, so that's the main thing.
NHL All-Star Game has Kid Rock
Oh,
doing
yeah,
the music.
that's right. Kid Rock. People are freaking out.
Yeah, they're just like, Kid Rock? First off, good for him still doing music and still being offered jobs. I ain't gonna hate on Kid Rock. His name is Kid Rock. I can't do it.
Who watches the NHL All-Star Game?
People who enjoy a good song where the lyrics are "ba with the ba, a bang a bang, diggy
Do you
diggy."
watch the NHL All-Star Game just to watch Kid Rock?
I mean, that's why I'm doing it.
I mean, the thing is, All-Star Games are always just really boring in any sport. They're always just like, everybody doesn't really care as much. They're like, oh, whatever. And the only time I actually watch something is the NBA All-Star Game, but I don't watch the actual All-Star Game. I watch the slam dunk contest. But even that's gotten worse because they're like, no, he's going to dunk over the all-new Ford Fiesta 2018. And I'm like, all right, so this is like a sponsored thing. He's probably going to win because he dunks over it, whatever. I don't care anymore. That's why. It's just all dumb. That's sports.
All right, Crendor, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
Is that you covering up the fact that you had to find it?
Why would I cover up the fact and draw out a segment if I didn't have an article
Yes.
to talk about for a weird news segment
Go on.
of the day?
Somewhere someone's just animating this over that sloth.
Oh, yeah. The one with the Geico commercial where he's like drawing. Remember that?
No,
You see
just
that one?
the one from Zootopia.
Oh, yeah, the Zootopia. Oh, yeah. I forgot about. Did you see the Geico commercial, Sloth?
I saw that too, where he just draws a line.
Shit, there's I got kangaroo. We'd swipe right on this flirty kangaroo. Okay. Botched photo shoot brings viral glory to family. Cool. Man's horrific experience explains why you shouldn't stifle a sneeze.
Oh, I heard about that. He blew out his throat.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's terrible.
Don't stifle a sneeze. Don't do that.
Sneeze like you mean it. I tell this to people all the time, especially in this office. There's so many fake sneezers that are like, achoo! And it's like, no, sneeze with purpose.
I'm like,
yeah, I'm like,
feels good. Feels great. Florida man accused of calling 911 to gripe about small clams.
okay.
A Florida man has been accused of misusing the emergency telephone system after he allegedly called 911 to gripe about being served tiny clams. Nelson Agosto of Stewart in the southeast region of the state was arrested December 18th after he allegedly made the 911 calls from Krabby's Seafood Shack. He was complaining that the clams he was eating were so small, he didn't want to pay for them. Sergeant Brian Bozio of the police department said, it all started because the 51-year-old Agosto was on his lunch break and, quote, dying to eat some clams. Agosto told the website he was disappointed that the restaurant wanted to charge him $12 for a plate of tiny clams that had nothing in the shell. When the restaurant staff refused to give Agosto a refund, he called 911 hoping an officer would help resolve what he perceived to be a gross miscarriage of justice. Instead, the dispatcher told Agosto he needed to call the non-emergency line. You need to call that number. This is 911 for emergencies, the dispatcher said. Hang up and call that number. They will help you. A short time later, Agosto called back, griping that nobody was answering the non-emergency line, and he still needed an officer to arrive on the scene. The dispatcher calmly explained the line was working and instructed Agosto to call that number. By the way, an officer did show up at the restaurant, but just to serve Agosto a notice to appear in court for 1 count of misuse of 911 and a misdemeanor. It was an arrest, but the officer did not take the guy to jail. Agosto is due in court January 11th, but there's no telling if he may clam up once in front of a judge.
Hey.
He did tell the smoking gun he did not intend to misuse the emergency system. Quote, I didn't know the rules for 911. Beautiful. You can always count on Florida, man.
So, yeah, speaking of which,
Right.
we have another Florida man story.
Mm-hmm.
In Winter Haven, Florida authorities are sharing details of an unusual 911 call on New Year's Eve from a man who said he wanted to report himself driving drunk. Polk County Sheriff's officials say the dispatcher kept him talking while directing officers to the scene. When the dispatcher asked Michael Lester where he was, he said, I'm too drunk. I don't know where I'm at. When she asked what he'd been doing all night, he said, I don't know, driving around trying to get pulled over, actually.
What?
I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, he said later. The operator repeatedly urged him to park his truck and wait for officers to find him. Unfortunately, he chose the wrong spot. Look, I'm parked in the middle of the road, he said. Sirens could be heard in the background a short time later. Deputies said Lester admitted drinking beers and swallowing methamphetamine. He also said he barely slept for several days. The sheriff's office Facebook post says Lester's criminal history includes DUI, aggravated battery, drug possession, and hit and run. No crap. Driving while under the influence of alcohol or drugs is a serious crime. Innocent people are too often injured or killed or alcohol. Innocent people are too often injured or killed from impaired drivers. DUI is not a laughing matter, sheriff's officials wrote. However, in this particular incident, you don't say that and then go, however, in this particular incident, nobody was hurt, so he couldn't help but lotto, which means laughed our tasers off. Oh my God. Yep. I like how the cop literally just goes, look, you could die, don't drink and drive, but in this case, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Listen, guys, this is not funny, but like this case, this one specific one.
It was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny. All right. Oh my God, that reminds me. I was listening to Coast AM, and they interviewed the My Pillow guy. You know My Pillow?
I do know My Pillow. I do know that guy.
They interviewed the guy, and he's like, yeah, I was a former crackhead. I was just trying to get some crack. And then all my friends who were like drug dealers were like, yo, we need to get you like straight, man. Like everybody like in the town, we told them not to sell you any crack. And like, we're to make sure you get your head on straight. And he was like, I don't care. I've been awake 18 days straight. And he went out to buy crack and he couldn't find any because they all wouldn't sell it. And then he came back and they like took a picture of him and it's like on the internet now. And he was like, you're going to thank us one day for this. And then he went on to make My Pillow and now he's drug free.
Can I I just found another story.
All right.
In Florida. I don't know that I need to read the whole story, but I feel like the headline says it all. Man in Florida caught with full rack of ribs in his pants, police say. According to the Martin County Sheriff's Office in Florida, Maylee Alvarez Aguilar, 26, was booked on petty merchant theft charge when he was caught walking out of a grocery store with a full rack of ribs in his pants. The man was also apprehended with 2 packs of hamburger buns, 9 pieces of fried chicken, and some mashed potatoes. Damn, this man, you know what? There is trying to get away with like baby back ribs. And is trying to get away with literally the store.
How hungry was he?
That's a great question. All right, well, I think that's it for us for this week, but we will see you next time on another episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please be sure to be reviews. And
be sure to
we'll
reviews. Watch. Go to youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. You can listen to podcasts. Go to youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. You can watch all the animations. Give us likes, thumbs up, favorite. Promote. Show your friends. Show your family. Show your dog. Show your uncle. Show your wife. Show your kids. Show your grocery store people.
Your grocery store people?
Yeah.
There you go. Yep, that's right. That's absolutely right. Your grocery store people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. And as always,
Bye.
to be continued.